I swear, whenever I look like this after coming out of the shower, I look like Billy Kidman when he was in WCW's The Flock. Add the facial hair. But anyway, before I get to the topic on the video, I want to mention that I apologize for not doing the live stream Saturday night like I usually do. It was a long week at work, and I was just absolutely tired by Saturday to the point where I just wanted to take the night to relax. Hopefully, anybody who is looking forward to live streams, maybe I'll be doing like a few because of the holiday coming up this week. So hopefully by Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, we'll get some live streams on here. One of them may include this WWE plug and play, so we'll have to see. But anyway, to get to the main topic at hand, this was something I have mentioned on Twitter and on Facebook and a few of my stories like on Instagram and Snapchat that I'm finally going to sit here and discuss with you all here on video today of my sexual harassment story. And this is not one that happened like a long time ago. This was actually this year. More specifically, it happened since December of last year into this year. And it was one that was way over the fucking line. There's no other way to put it. So, to start, like I said, this happened starting in December from a guy known as Thomas. I believe his last name is Hannah. I think that's the way it's pronounced. This guy, as of recording, is 33 years old, lives somewhere in Europe, I can't remember the exact country or anything, and is gay. Now, I honestly have no problem with people in the LGBTQ community at all. I'm a full supporter. This guy, he messaged me on Facebook because he said he was a fan of mine, and to clarify, I never consider myself to have fans. Ever. Doesn't matter if I had, what my channels were, what the sizes were, I never use that term to describe my audience. I classify everybody as either an audience or viewers. I never say that I have fans, ever. Those were his words that he's saying that he was, or at least somewhat classified as. So he and I were talking ever since December last year and added each other on Facebook, and I learned some stuff about him and everything, in fact, including the part where he admits that he's gay. Things soon changed because it started to be like a more friendly talk, because he's a wrestling fan, and that's cool and everything. At times he would start to get messages, he would get a little flirty because, like I said, he's gay. And I consider flirting anything that's a bit more lighthearted, complimentary, when you compliment somebody saying that they're good looking or you like how they look great in this outfit. Something more lighthearted and genuine. Soon, things changed in their tone because of him. To the point where it was beyond, where honestly it cannot be considered flirting with the stuff that he said. To the point where he was constantly making remarks about my ass. He's made comments saying he wants personal favors from me. Talking about wanting to give me a blowjob on more than one occasion. And there's one message that I can't even bear myself to repeat because it's that over the line. He went so far over the line that a satellite from outer space cannot even fucking see him because he went that far. One of them, like I said, I can't even repeat it because of how far he went. Messages like this got to the point where I got so tired of his constant messages and freaking making sexual advances at me that I would not even reply to his messages because it's I would think that the cold shoulder from his constant advances would, well, that would explain what it felt, would cause him to get the hint. And I got some of these messages to even prove, this whole time he knew that I'm straight. He's known ever since we first started talking. Yeah, that did not stop him from constantly making remarks and asking me to turn gay and everything. One of them, June 12th, on here says, so please turn bisexual or gay for me. So he knew as far as 2 weeks ago that I'm straight, and yet he was asking me to turn bi or gay for him. Oh, I'm saying that I'm a sexy dude. Let's see what else. Let's see. Would you like to give me to give you a blowjob to distress you? What the fuck? I would like to show you my ass if you would like to embrace your sexuality with me privately. Stuff like that and more is stuff that he, that and more that he would constantly send me through Facebook messages on here. I have, in fact, let me try to pull up one of the messages, like, from one of my friends. My friend's name is Michael. I found out that, like, through messages I got and stuff from talking to my friend Michael, that freaking Thomas would even try to go after 3 of my friends. One of them, Tristan, who some of my friends know who I'm talking about, like back to the old wrestling superfans days when myself, Pablo, Tristan, Corey, and Lorenzo would do wrestling videos together about 7 years ago. My friend, he tried talking to my friend Michael and also tried going after my friend Giovanni. And I got messages on here where he would ask if my friend Tristan is straight, and by him I'm talking about Thomas, and asking if my friend Giovanni was straight or bi. Some of these messages, I even just talked to Michael just within this last week about it, saying that he had, like, messages and everything going on with Thomas as well, saying that the guy is creepy, adding me everywhere, saying he would, like, say stuff to him, like, saying, do I fart? And, like, he's asking Michael about people farting. That's even stuff that he freaking asked me as well, like, do you fart? Would you fart privately in a video for me? So he's got some kind of fetish involving asses and farting and shit and all that. So I got 3 people that he's made weird freaking messages to as well. Mind you, this is a 33-year-old man who lives in Europe who thinks that doing this stuff is acceptable. Even to a guy, like, even doing stuff to a guy like myself, I'm 28, I'm 5 years younger than him, who he knows is straight and is still making these advances regardless, with absolutely no remorse. He's still doing it no matter what. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. Some people may be watching saying, what took you so long to finally block him and, like, finally talk out? I'm going to finally get to that. 2 reasons why I tolerate it so long. 1, I don't like to pat myself on the back about this, but I think compared to an average person, I think I tend to have, like, more patience / tolerance for stuff compared to a normal person. Like, some people will tolerate a specific thing for a certain amount of time, and something in me tolerates something a lot longer. Like, maybe it contributes back to the days when I got bullied and everything younger and I just tolerated how everybody's treating me. Maybe it contributes to that kind of linked together, but that's a personal opinion. And 2 was a conversation that started last Monday. In fact, let me pull up the messages so I can quote everything exactly how they are. And I think I've also got these screenshotted, but I don't have them below. Let's see. June 22nd at 11:30 a.m. You feeling alright, dude? No. Why? What is wrong with you? I'm not in the mood to talk about it. You can talk to me about it, so what is wrong? I said I'm not in the mood to talk about it. Fine, sue yourself. I thought we were friends to help each other out. That doesn't mean I have to talk about something that I want to talk about. Yes, it does, because you know it so well. This guy cannot take no for an answer to a guy who's clearly straight and is not going to change his sexuality for him, and yet he clearly can't take the answer no either to simply being told that I don't want to talk about something. The whole backstory was, like, people know I work 3rd shift. So that means my normal schedule goes from Sunday night through Thursday night into the following mornings. And through the Sunday night / Monday morning shifts, my depression kicked in. And usually whenever I have depression kicking in, if something's on my mind, I'm just going to keep it to myself. Plain and simple. I deal with it myself. I don't talk to others about it. I don't try to spout it on them. I just keep it to myself. And yet Thomas could not even respect that. So he said, yes it does, because you know it so well. I have my right not to speak about something I don't want to speak about. No means no. Okay, fine, sue yourself, your attitude stinks. And then came the message that lit the fire there, where I put my foot down, where out of nowhere he just says, I will send you a video of my ass. If you all can read that, as long as it's not inverted or anything, I will send you a video of my ass. He legitimately said that to me. To I replied, you don't want to know what I'll do if you do that. See, and he said, you probably blocked me, don't you? That and the world will learn about the stuff you sent me in these conversations, so knock it off. And then he's saying, you blackmailing me. So now he can't try to claim that his comments were jokes, because blackmail involves telling the truth about somebody. So if these were all just jokes on his part, he would not use the term blackmail to describe me exposing the stuff that he has said to me over the last 6 months. One thing is a joke, which is not connected to blackmail. The other is connected to blackmail, which is the truth about everything. So, like, he and I had a bit more conversation today. The next day was when things really hit the fan, because on Twitter, a professional wrestler that I know named Aaron Orion, who some of you may have seen for who watch wrestling, like seen in some of the Pure Pro Wrestling videos that I've uploaded on here, or if you saw the Monday Night Raw somewhere before WrestleMania 35, you know, where Kurt Angle dressed as Los Conquistador. He was the last guy Baron Corbin eliminated in that Battle Royal before Kurt Angle jumped in and everything. Kind of had like really chiseled up, had a different hairstyle and everything. He tweeted out saying, like, about this whole thing about everybody with the hashtag speaking out, and he said, why can't people interact with each other without sexually assaulting each other, like something along those lines. So I made a reply tweet to him saying, some people need to know how to control themselves. That's when Thomas kicked in. From one of his 2 Twitter accounts, I don't know why he had 2 and was following me on both of them, and he said something along the lines of, so I see you're talking about me behind my back. My tweet was not about him. It was about in reference to the whole thing about people not learning how to control themselves, especially after all these wrestlers have been outed for their sketchy pasts and everything. And 2, him just suddenly mentioned that. I didn't even tag him in the tweet, saying that he's pretty much thinking that I'm talking about him, meaning that he knows he has no self-control if he thinks a tweet like that is about him. So he's tying that stuff together from a tweet that had nothing about him. And then he gets back on Facebook saying, by the way, I'll not be spoken to you like that. Be spoken to like that by you. I will not be blackmailed by you either. Now I know why you're nasty to me because I marked you from YouTube. And by the way, Mark Scan Enforcement taking down my channels and everything had nothing to do with my attitude towards you within the last week, dude. You did that yourself. So you have the right to blackmail, get their fucking ass blocked on here, Facebook and Instagram. You keep claiming that I was talking about him behind his back, which is bullshit. And then out of nowhere, he just like, what is your problem with me? Goodbye. To the point where I saw that he had unfriended me on Facebook, so I blocked him on Facebook. After that, both of his Twitter accounts, Instagram and PlayStation Network. And before I blocked him on PlayStation Network, I had forgotten that he still had me on there. He just sent a random message that said the words gay boy before I blocked him on there too. And I finally decided to come forward with my story and everything because nobody should ever have to go through this shit. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sexual preference is. I don't care what your gender is, etc., etc. No means no. If somebody is not interested in your advances, accept it and move on. Do not try to change somebody for who they are or change their mind on anything just because you want to get your own personal satisfaction done. He knew this entire time that I've known him that I'm straight, and yet he could not accept that and still kept making these constant advances at me regardless, to the point where I was not even replying to his messages because I got tired of it, and yet he still would not stop. 100% grade A sexual harassment there. He went so far over the line to the point where I got tired of it. He would not fucking listen and just kept going saying he wants to do stuff to my ass. He wants to suck my dick, so on and so forth. And like I said, one message that was so far, I'm not even going to freaking repeat it here on video because it was that bad. People saw the tweet that was like the one that was over the line and people agree, this guy's a fucking creep. Like, what 33-year-old guy is going to think that doing this to a guy constantly messages on Facebook is acceptable? That's sexual harassment. And even trying to go after some of my friends to try to freaking hit on them and everything. No. Unacceptable on all accounts. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. So anyway, that's my story now. Everything I had to deal with from this guy constantly for the last 6 months. If you guys want to see the screenshots of the conversations, like, I've got over 30 of them right now, all saved together. It is in the Google Drive link in the description of this video. One warning though. If you cannot handle content, like messages that would technically be considered not safe for work, like words that would probably offend you because of like stuff that he said, I would advise against checking the messages. Because I'm sure there are some people who could be watching this, they'll look at those messages and be absolutely like freaked out because it's stuff they cannot even handle reading. So if you're one of those people that cannot handle certain messages from somebody like going over the line on somebody like with their sexual advances and everything because the context of the messages, I advise not reading them. If you can't handle that and you want to see the screenshots of the stuff that he said to me, like I said, I got over 30 of them, including the one that was way too far. You can find them in the Google Drive link in the description below. I want to thank everybody who has watched this and listened to this. Thank you to everybody for your replies on social media as I told my story. Thomas, if you are watching out there, and I'm a pretty damn sure strong feeling that you are an absolute creep. You need help. You can go fuck yourself. And stop creeping in on my friends. If I ever find out that you are trying to go after more of my friends, you will never hear the end of it. I'm not going to let you sit around and sexually harass me anymore, hence why I blocked you and everything. And I will not sit down and tolerate you trying to make sexual advances on my friends as well. Not on Tristan, not on Michael, not on Giovanni. Anyway, I don't even know why you're going through my friends list for people to freaking prey on anyway, you sick fuck. You need fucking help. You need to learn that if somebody says no to you, that no means no. No exceptions. You are a 33-year-old man who knew what he was doing this entire time and did not give a fuck. Don't bother trying to come up with any excuses, because all of your messages showing how much of a perverted sexual predator you truly are down below for everybody to publicly view. You are fucked up. You knew this whole entire time that I'm straight. You've acknowledged it in some of the messages. I even kept telling you that I'm straight and you would not listen. There is absolutely no excuse for the shit you constantly pulled. So, let me know, everybody, what you thought in the comment section below. I'm just glad I finally got this whole thing out of me, because I feel if everybody else has their right to say about their stories about any sexual allegations, if they've been sexually abused, harassed, assaulted, stuff like that, if everybody else has the right to speak out about their experiences with subjects like that, then I do as well. In fact, if any of you have any stories as well for like any sexual harassment type of stuff you've gone through and you want to speak about it, feel free to do so as well in the comment section below. So anyway, I'm going to go relax because I got another work night that I got to get ready for. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Hashtag Thomas is a creep.